if only we have faith. Almighty Allah got Yunus to preach to the people of Nineveh. Nineveh was a great city, the capital of Assyria, and it had become a very wicked place. Yunus went to the people there and told them to give up their bad ways and to turn instead to Allah. They drowned the Lord, indicating that Yunus should be thrown overboard.
This happened not once but there are times, and the terrified crew threw him overboard thinking that in doing so they will be protecting themselves and their city. Read also environment and values. And Islamic perspective explain H to your kids. In program, tips for parents once in the water. Something extraordinary happens. Allah sent a great fish. Some describe it as a whale to swallow Yunus' whole once in its belly. Yunus descended to the bottom of the sea, filled with total despair. How can he possibly survive this disaster? What way out of his situation could there possibly be? He is engulfed by darkness, the darkness of the Creator's stomach, the darkness of the deep, and worst of all, the darkness of despair. Even though he was a religious man, called even to be a prophet, he experienced doubt, and it is when he is in the depths of despair that things change for him. In the Holy Quran, we read that Yunus cried through the darkness. He realized that Almighty Allah, not he was in control of things. He cries out, there is no God but you. In asking for help, his prayer is heard. There is a very beautiful book called Story of the Prophets, written in the Middle Age by Hafiz Ibn Kathir. It is easily available and well for reading. In it, Ibn Kathir has a moving commentary on this part of Yunus.
Yunus is feeling sick and sore as he lies on the sand in the scorching heat, still not knowing what will become of him. Allah takes even more care of him and causes a plant to grow up over him and to cover Yunus with its shade. Once he has recovered from his ordeal and his skin has stopped smarting from the acids and the creature's stomach, he decides to return to Nineveh. He travels over to see what has become of the city and its people. When he arrives there, to his great surprise, he sees that the city and its people have not been destroyed, but have all turned to Allah. His message had got through to them. Perhaps when they saw the terrible storm as it grew up in distance, they saw in it an image of what would happen to them if they did not repent. Who knows why they turned back to Allah? But they did. Yunus, then after all his adventure, is finally content that his mission has been accomplished. There is so much that the story of Yunus can teach us. First of all, read it yourself in the Holy Quran. You will find in the following An-Nisa verses 163, Al-An'am verses 86, Yunus verses 98, Al-Anbiya verses 87, As-Saffat verses 139 to 148, and Al-Qalam verses 48 to 50. Ponder over the meaning of the words and listen to what they say to you. Yunus' story is timeless. It is for the whole world and it is for each one of us. Nineveh, for example, the great city and the capital of a great empire, doesn't even exist anymore. Scholars say it lies in Iraq on the other side of the river from the city of Mosul, but its temples and monuments have gone. Our worldly power will go the same way. Even today, superpowers who behave as though they are Allah and believe that everyone must obey them will one day wither and fade, like all great empires before them. Keys to exist. Remember, Allah is in control, not this country or that. Allah will decide the course of Prophet Yunus, peace be upon him, is that we never know the effect our deeds will have on others. We, like Yunus, are called to tell others about Islam, but the result might never be known to us. A word we say to one person might touch them deeply, and yet we may never see the effect of that word. But we must keep trying. We never know what effect our da'wah will have.
What we must never do is to think that we are in control or that it is we who call others to Islam. Allah is in control and He alone calls others to Himself. We shouldn't get downhearted or angry when our efforts seem to fail. Muslims trust in Allah in His own time and in His own way. He will deal with those who do evil, just as He will reward the righteous. No soul knows that convert is kept hidden for them as a reward for their deeds. As-Sajdah verses 17. Allah uses all things to work out His plan. In the story of Prophet Yunus, peace be upon him, He not only uses Yunus, but He uses the sailors and the whale and the plan to do this to do His will. So we should never presume to know the will of Allah, nor to make decisions on His behalf. The story we can tell, hopefully we can take lessons from the story of the Prophet Yunus a.s. We think that's enough.
If there are any mistakes, we apologize and to Allah ask forgiveness.
And you breaking the fast. May Allah accept our fasting today. And wassalam.